It is another meeting of the National Executive Committee of the All Progressives Congress. One after another, some state governors and other members of the committee arrive at the venue. The president's arrival signals the commencement of the meeting, and without mincing words, the president reacts to the tenure elongation of the national chairman of the party and other elected state party officials.
While the APC constitution in Article 17 in bracket 1 and 13.2 bracket B limits the tenure of elected officers to 4 years, renewable once by another election, the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria is amended in section 223, also prescribes periodic elections for party executives at regular intervals, which must not exceed 4 years.
Beyond declaring the tenure elongation unconstitutional, President Buhari speaks on the way forward.
In this circumstance, what is expected of us is to conduct fresh elections once the tenure of the current executives approaches its end.
At the end of the meeting, which continued behind closed doors, the National Publicity Secretary of the party and the Governor of Kogi State addressed the press on the outcome of the meeting.
The NEC decided to set up a small team to advise the party on the way forward on this matter.
In view of certain crises within the rank and file of the party, and considering the time limit between now and when we'll be facing the general elections, it is expedient that we ask the current NWC and the current executive committees at all levels to continue to act in that capacity for a period of 12 months.
As the All Progressives Congress attempts to put its house in order ahead of the 2019 general elections, healing divides within the party, as recommended by President Muhammadu Buhari, appears to be the party's best course in pursuit of victory in 2019.
Well, yes, let's go ahead and find out which of those pronouncements hold water and to what degree. Markwa?
Well, to shed light on the pronouncements and to let us know which one of them would hold sway, we have joining us Dr. Ben Woye, who is the chairman of the All Progressives Congress in Enugu State and also the Secretary Forum of APC State Chairman. You're welcome to Sunrise Daily.
Thank you.
We also have with us Honorable Yunusa Abubakar, who is a member of the All Progressives Congress and also a member of the House of Representatives. Honorable, you're welcome to Sunrise Daily.
Good morning.
Good morning. Right now, these two pronouncements which we heard yesterday seem to have left Nigerians in a state of confusion. The president says, tenure elongation is illegal. He cites the constitutional provisions, says he's gotten advice, and then at the end of the meeting, we still hear spokespeople from the APC and also of the NEC saying that, well, the tenure elongation still stands. What are we to take? Let's start with you, Mr. Woye.
If you have 10 lawyers in a room, you get 10 different opinions when it comes to legal matter. What we have is a NEC decision that was taken on the 27th. To reverse a NEC decision, you require either the NEC to reverse it, or you require the convention, or in this case, the matter is before a court of competent jurisdiction. We have 3 cases pending. Either one of those cases can decide one way or another. What our dear president did was to advise us. As a father, he had looked at the issue for what it is, and he had to advise based on the advice he received from the lawyer that talked to him. But I think it's overplayed in the media when you say that he has cancelled decision of the NEC. It is not correct. Our dear president understood that by February 27, there was a well-constituted NEC and a decision was taken. And that decision is also based on the Constitution. And that decision stands until either a court makes a pronouncement or until the NEC reverses itself.
Dr. Nwoye,
just before you extend, Dr. Nwoye, let's quickly take Mr. Yunus's, Honorable Yunus's thoughts on the particular matter. Where do you stand on this? Do you think it's just advice?
Well, as a rider, and with due respect to the, chairman of, Conference of Chairman of APC. Secretary, Doctor. You see, the president's speech is really unambiguous. It's clear. In fact, some of the media have even quoted it verbatim, word to word. Inasmuch as the NEC is the most constitutional body to make pronouncements on behalf of the party, Mr. President, in his own capacity as Mr. President, cannot make a categorical statement because the NEC is really above Mr. President, according to the party hierarchy and the party constitution. Then, in this context, Mr. President's presentation is really giving his individual, personal opinion, and you can take it and advise to the NEC because the NWC have already made a pronouncement. After that pronouncement, some people felt something is wrong with that pronouncement and they rushed to court. So it's a kind of a prejudicial issue. Nevertheless, Mr. President in his capacity can advise the NEC because probably during the NEC decision, in his presence, and he's even aware, he couldn't probably influence or he was not in a better position to have advised that 27 February declaration. After that, he must have made some consultation and he was fully convinced that that process, if it remains as it is really wrong from his own perception. Hence, yesterday's proclamation or pronouncement. Now, let's look at it. To me, there is no confusion here. Just like the Secretary have said, Doctor, the NEC, after Mr. President has made that statement of Mr. President is not enough to nullify the stand of the NEC. Now, NEC have to reconvene again to meet, deliberate, then come out with a position. And here is in two ways, either to agree with Mr. President or to disagree. Until such pronouncement or conclusion by the NWC or pronouncement after Mr. President's speech, whatever pronouncement that was made 27 February remains. In between, before now, they come out of their meeting, they say they've set up a committee, a small committee, to look at the three positions. Some have rushed to court. Mr. President gave an advice relying on Article 17 and 13 of the party constitution. Further, also Article 31, which provide for this, even the current executive or any principal officer or presiding officer must resign even before. So you see, the congresses for their election wouldn't have even taken place pursuant to Article 31 of the party constitution, that they are still holding on to power. So they should either resign to commence the process of re-election if you want to recontest, pursuant to Article 31. So in this case, the NWC must have taken into a lot of consideration, probably in their own thinking.
The NWC of the NEC?
Of NEC, sorry, the National Executive Council must have taken into consideration the fact that we still have June for their tenure to expire. Before then, there could be probably a mini convention to either amend the constitution to justify or juxtapose the